Back again with another one, guys. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna pretty much be doing a lot of videos, guys. A lot of videos. Feel like I'm getting back to my old self in my groove of doing my content, and I wanna keep grinding it out, doing what I gotta do. I wanna take a look at this particular video, guys. We did a video the other day with a young lady that pretty much was talking about that she don't like the fact that men are bashing women, women are bashing men, and so forth. Well, a video came up in the feeds and she's talking about God will not bring you a narcissist. Let's listen to her video. I'm gonna come back with my commentary. All right, let's go.
Straight from the devil. And they always come in a form. God will never send you a narcissist. Narcissists are sent straight from the devil. And they always come in a form of a counterfeit. And if you're not discerning enough, you will fall for the trap. The agenda of a narcissist, that spirit, is to destroy you. And if you're not careful, not only will it destroy you, but it will prevent you from actually aligning with the person that God has for you. The reason why people get deceived by narcissists is because they are a counterfeit. They're supposed to look like the actual thing. There's always going to be some good, because if it was all bad initially, then you wouldn't go for it. So it's always going to appear to be or seem like, but not quite it. But eventually they will show their true colors because they can't hold it for too long. And if you're discerning enough, they'll start to expose themselves sooner. They don't like to be exposed. One thing that the narcissist is very skilled at doing is pointing out your flaws and tearing you down. And that's part of the way that spirit tries to destroy you. Because remember, you're dealing with a demon. It's very demonic because it brings destruction, it brings confusion, and it brings chaos. And God is not the author of confusion. God does not bring chaos to people's lives. But there are times where God will allow you to experience the narcissist because there's something within you that is not confident. There's an area that is lacking. There's something that you actually need from the narcissist. That's why they're able to come in, because they come in the form of a need. It's when you realize that you don't need the narcissist, and when you are confident that they can't continue to leech off of you, that spirit will suck the life out of you to the point where your appearance will change. Everything in your life will start to fall apart because it's a destructive spirit. It tries to gain territory, not only over your mind, but over your life. And then you'll start to slowly see things fall apart, and then they'll try to play savior in the mess that they create. That's how you end up needing them. And that's how you start to see them as something that they're not. They want you to believe that they're valuable or that they have a significant role in your life so that they can continue to gain territory over your life. But remember, it's not even the person, it's a spirit. Only a demon can do those types of things. And usually that demon comes into their life because of a wound. One of the main reasons is because of insecurity, because they want to feel powerful. They want to feel in control. And then it becomes a monster. And then that demon takes control. And then they start to try to tear everybody around them down. You can never convince a narcissist that they are a narcissist. There's no possible way, because they don't want to believe that they are capable of doing wrong. But they are skilled at showing you your flaws. But the reason why God allows the narcissist to come into your life is because God, he will allow you to have what you're seeking for. So you realize that you cannot do it no more and that you want it God's way. God will never send you a narcissist.
Now, let's stop right there so we can pretty much dissect this. I mean, where do we begin? Because it's a mess. Now, she says God will never send you a narcissist. But then she said God will allow the narcissist to be in your life. She also mentioned that the narcissists have something that you need. Which one is it? I find that in today's days, guys, with the amount of mental clarity that I have right now, I am convinced that everybody is struggling with their own delusions due to the loneliness they have in their own life, or due to the lack of fulfillment in their life, we as a people have developed walls. We have developed a world that we just believe things that makes no sense. If God is God, and you just said that God will not bring you a narcissist, why is it that so many women will get with a man, date a man, have sex with a man, have children with a man, and then break up if God is not going to bring them a narcissist? What makes you, right, so special that God, out of everybody on the earth, is going to not bring you something? But yet, when we look at all the problems everybody's dealing with, clearly the majority of these women are dealing with narcissists. But then another fun fact is, how do we know you're not the narcissist? Respectfully, because I find that everybody has a thought and opinion, right? And there's nothing wrong with her having her thoughts and her opinions. The issue that I have is she's saying God will not bring you a narcissist, as if God is in this business of making sure you, of all people, don't have. God is not bringing anything. You bring what you bring to yourself based on who you are. You attract what you are. If you're a narcissist, you will attract narcissists. You know, if I'm the type of person that is positive, I don't tolerate negative people. So negative people won't be able to last around me. And if negative people were to come around me, it's because I don't really know them like that. So it's easy for them to act like they're a good person. It's easy for them to mimic a good person. But that doesn't mean that they will remain in my circle. Because once I find a person out to be a narcissist, an NPC, or something negative, I'm cutting those people off. It's not about what God is not bringing in your life. God is not responsible for none of this mess. We are. If a woman get with a man and he's no good, that's not God, and that's not the devil. That's what you chose. I think that in today's society, people don't take accountability for their choices, and they say God is doing this and the devil is doing that. How could the devil be sending you a narcissist? The devil is not omnipresent. If I'm in North Carolina right now, I cannot be in New York at the same time. So when people say the devil is doing this and the devil is doing that, how could the devil be doing all of these things at the same time? It makes no sense, because he's not omnipresent. He's not God. So we blame the devil for our choices. We blame people for our choices. We blame everybody but ourselves. The truth be told, we are the ones who attract these people. Because why? We are these people. A lot of women are wondering why they can't get a man. They're wondering why they can't settle down. The problem is not men, the problem is you. The problem is you really don't want a man. You want someone you can control. So anybody that you can't control, anyone that you can't keep in subjection to your rules and regulation, you'll just label them a narcissist. And we see that all over social media. Everybody's a narcissist. Last time I checked, you had to be evaluated by a medical professional to be considered a narcissist. But now, on social media, influencers, they just call everybody a narcissist now. If I don't agree with you, you're a narcissist. If you get on my nerves and I can't control you, you're a narcissist. If I didn't get the results that I wanted because you didn't want to loan me any money, then you're a narcissist. And that is where we are right now. So it's not about God not sending you anything. You attract who you are, ladies. Same thing goes for men. I mean, if you keep running into women that are no good, and it seems as if though all of these women you run into are controlling, argumentative, just causing nothing but problems, that kind of woman that you attract is based on who you are as a man. You didn't just attract a bad woman. That is who you are, because you tolerated it. The only reason why you stuck out with her is because you had ulterior motives, i.e. sex. Maybe you wanted some money from her. Maybe you wanted some sort of connections. You wanted something. Because why? Why would you even stay with somebody that's no good? It's because you're no good. Again, accountability is what people run from. Let's get back to her tape, play it, and pause it as need be.
Narcissists are sent straight from the devil.
So, she said narcissists are straight from the devil. No, that's incorrect. Narcissists are not straight from the devil, because the devil can't create anything. The devil only manipulates and pervert things. People come from God. The problem is people make choices, and that's the issue that we have in today's day. So I disagree that narcissists come from the devil. Again, in order to be considered a narcissist, you would need to be evaluated by a medical professional. We tend to just call people things because that's what we want. See, I'd rather just call people NPCs because that fits perfectly. All the narcissist stuff, I used to talk that same type of talk until I realized it's incorrect. Because why? Anybody could fit the narcissist. You could go online and ask questions. What is a narcissist? What are the signs of a narcissist? And it will bring up all these stats of how to identify if somebody's a narcissist. But that doesn't mean they're a narcissist, because here's the thing. Each and every one of you could fit the description of a narcissist in the eyes of someone else. So it's not really fair to just say if a person is a narcissist that they're coming from the devil, because the narcissist could be you. Let's get back to the tape.
Always come in a form of a counterfeit. And if you're not discerning enough, you will fall for the trap.
She said the narcissist will come in the form of a counterfeit. So in her mind, the narcissist appears to be something that they're not. That's what she believes. So again, in her mind, she's preconceiving that if a person don't fit what she want or believe, then they're a counterfeit. So in her mind, if a man or a woman, depending on situation, fits a certain lifestyle or a certain way they conduct themselves, they could be a counterfeit. That could be for anybody. That could be for her too.
The agenda of a narcissist, that spirit, is to destroy you. And
she said the agenda of the narcissist, that spirit, is to destroy you. So why do people get with them? Do they not have discernment? Why do people get with people that are narcissists? Why so many women call their baby daddy a narcissist? Why would you have a baby for a narcissist? And here's another thing. If a man let's just put this in a relationship context. If a woman made it with a man, produced kids, are the children narcissists if you believe the man is a narcissist? Because if you believe the baby father's a narcissist, then the offspring, they're narcissists too. Let's go.
If you're not careful, not only will it destroy you, but it will prevent you from actually aligning with the person that God has for you. The reason why people...
No, I disagree, because here's the problem with that. If you're supposed to be aligning with a particular person, what's preventing you from aligning with that person is the fact that you don't want that person. You want the narcissist, because what the narcissist is essentially selling, right, looks more attractive to you. That's why. The narcissist is not preventing you from anything. No. You are making the choice to reject what God, I guess in your mind, want for you, but you don't want what God wants for you. You want what you want for you. You want something that God never said you can have. And because of that, you're not aligning with the right person. And you seem to always attract the wrong person. Let's go.
People get deceived by narcissists is because they are a counterfeit. They're supposed to look like the actual thing.
Well, how come you cannot tell the difference between the real McCoy and the fake? It's because you're fake. See, and that's not to cause any offense. I'm just being reasonable and honest. That's how we learn. If you're a woman and you keep encountering narcissists or fake people, it is because you're fake. You're not being real, so you tend to attract what you are. Real recognize real. A real person is not going to be around a fake or a counterfeit. Let's go.
There's always going to be some good, because if it was all bad initially, then you wouldn't go for it. So it's all...
No. Now, what she's doing here, she's saying that the narcissist will have some good in them, because if it was all bad, you wouldn't go for it. Well, what that tells me is that you really don't have discernment to know from good from evil. That means that a person can easily deceive you because all they got to do is just act good. And this is what most guys do. Most guys run game on women. They act like nice guys, but really they have ulterior motives. So in her mind, she's making an excuse to justify why she would end up with a narcissist. In other words, she ended up with him because why? He was showing signs of a good man. He was talking the talk. He said he's a believer in Jesus Christ. So because of that, it convinced her that he's a good man, but really he was not a good man. You see that? So she's making excuses now that even if you're a good person, sometimes you can be, I guess, misled into believing that someone is genuine when really they're not. Rather than taking accountability that you just don't have the discernment to differentiate between a good man and a bad man. Let's go.
Is going to appear to be or seem like, but not quite it. But eventually they will show their true colors because they can't hold it for too long.
Well, that goes for anybody. Fake people cannot keep lying to themselves. Eventually they're going to get caught. This is why getting to know people in today's day is very important, because a lot of times people, they act one way when they're around people, and we really don't get to know who this person is until we're around them more. That's why when it comes to dating, it fails in most cases because people are just being fake. You know, back in the day when a man interacted with a woman, we talked face to face. We seen each other. We went to the parks. We were familiar with one another. Today, everything is on social media. You're DMing, you're texting, you're sending photos. There's really no real interactions. So it's easy to be fake, you know? Women will use filters on their photos. They'll enhance themselves. They'll try to perfect everything. Men will be doing similar things to try to perfect what they look like. And nobody's really being themselves. You get what I'm saying? So over time, people gonna stop being fake, and they're gonna end up showing their real colors. And that's when relationships fall apart. Let's go.
If you're discerning enough, they'll start to expose themselves sooner. They don't like to be exposed. One thing...
it's not that they don't like to be exposed. Eventually, fake people get exposed because at that point, you start to realize who these people are. So it's not that they don't like being exposed. They were being fake the whole time. The problem is you couldn't see. It took a while for you to notice. Everybody else could see, but you. How many times have you seen relationships where people would tell women that guy is no good, and women will stay with the guy no matter what, even though he's no good? Everybody else could see he's no good, but the woman, she's stuck with him, and the man is no good. And then over time, she realized that he was the wrong guy.
That the narcissist is very skilled at doing is pointing out your flaws and tearing you down. And that's part of the way that spirit tries to destroy you. Because remember...
No, I disagree. You see, again, these are excuses, guys, to cover one's insecurities. Nobody could tear you down but you. We got to come to the realization, guys, that people are making excuses for not taking accountability. Nobody can tear you down but you. Do you understand? She's saying that the narcissists basically specialize in doing this. Exposing your flaws, tearing you down. No. This, in my opinion, is what happens when accountability is present. Meaning, let's say, for example, she was in a relationship with someone, and for whatever reason, that person began to hold them accountable by saying, look, I'm going to tell you about yourself. You're this, you're that. You need to stop being selfish, and you need to stop doing this. They're not tearing you down. They're basically reprimanding you, correcting you, teaching you about what you're doing wrong. And because you don't want to face accountability, you interpret their criticism as tearing you down. This is a fact, ladies and gentlemen, and a lot of people suffer from the lack of accountability, especially in relationships. This is why it's so difficult to even be in a relationship, because a lot of times, especially with women, they come to a man with baggage from all the previous relationships they were in, and this causes new turbulence in the new relationship because they're treating the new guy as if he needs to do certain things by her, and if he don't, she just interpret everything in a negative way. And a lot of people do that, guys. Let's go.
You're dealing with a demon. It's very demonic because it brings destruction, it brings confusion, and it brings chaos. And
She said that you're dealing with a demon. Not when we're dealing with accountability. We can't write everybody off as a demon, ladies and gentlemen, when we're dealing with accountability. We got to recognize when correction is near. When we're being corrected, we got to just recognize it for what it is and take the correction rather than writing everybody off as a demon. You know, even the scripture says, be careful how you entertain strangers, for some have entertained angels unaware. So correction may be grievous for the moment, but that doesn't mean it's from the devil. Do you understand? Let's go.
Not the author of confusion. God does not bring chaos to people's lives.
Yeah, God does not bring chaos in people's lives. That sounds nice. God is not the author of confusion, the Bible says, but we are. Why? Because we don't follow God. See, again, the lack of accountability, is my opinion, is why she's saying these things. Yes, God is not the author of confusion. He don't bring chaos, but we do. We make bad decisions, guys. We make decisions that bring bad people in because why? We're not doing what we're supposed to do, but we blame other people. That's one of the biggest problems with humans. Humans are always blaming other people. Humans don't take accountability for their actions. Let's go.
There are times where God will allow you to experience the narcissist because there's something within you.
Why would God allow you to experience the narcissist when you said God will not bring you a narcissist? That contradicts what she said, guys. Do you understand? She said that God will not bring you a narcissist. So why would he make you experience a narcissist? That doesn't make any sense.
That is not confident. There's an area that is lacking. There's something that you actually need from the narcissist. That's why
there is nothing that you need from the narcissist. If a narcissist is a bad person sent by the devil, why would you need anything from the narcissist? Do you see the contradictions, ladies and gentlemen? This is what I mean. People are not being honest. How could you say there's something that you need from a narcissist that was sent by the devil? Makes no sense.
To come in because they come in the form of a need. It's when you realize that you don't need the narcissist and when you are confident that they can't continue to leech off of you.
If you feel that way, what is the point? You said when you realize you don't need the narcissist, whatever, then why are we even having this discussion? Again, I really believe, guys, that when women do this, it is because somehow, some way, something didn't work out in their favor. So they separate, and now they just write the other person off as a narcissist when they made a choice to get with this person.
It will suck the life out of you to the point where your appearance will change.
Now, she said the narcissist will suck the life out of you to the point that your appearance will change. Guys, she's talking about in the context of a dating relationship. She's speaking in the context of a situation where you are dating, being intimate, because your appearance cannot change if you're around a person. That's not how it works. That can only happen if a man and a woman is intimate. Do you see the difference? Let's get back to the content.
Everything in your life will start to fall apart because it's a destructive spirit.
No, again, more excuses. It's a destructive spirit. Listen, if your life is falling apart because of somebody that you're with, it's not that that person is a destructive spirit. You are just not thinking clear. You're making excuses for something you chose. You created a world for yourself, and you attract people that are no good. That's your fault. It's not that that other person is causing this. You're causing this because you refuse to take accountability. And this is something women lack.
It tries to gain territory, not only over your mind, but over your life. And then
again, she's saying that the narcissist tried to gain territory over your life, over this, over that, all these different things. That's not how it works, guys. That's not how it works. Nobody could have that level of control over you unless you allow that in your life. You understand? You had to allow that, not the person.
they'll start to slowly see things fall apart, and then they'll try to play savior in the mess that they create. That's how you end up needing them, and that's how you start to see them as...
Notice, she said that's how you end up meeting them. That's not how you end up meeting them. She met this person because she made the choice to meet this person. That have nothing to do with the situation. She met that person. You understand? Everybody that you meet in your life, you made the choice to meet them. That's just the way it goes, guys. It has nothing to do with no special situation. You made a choice to meet with a person. They can't destroy your life when you made that choice, guys. We got to stop making excuses. And that's all I'm hearing here. Listen to it again.
Thing that they're not. They want you to believe that they're valuable or that they have a significant role in your life so that they can continue to gain territory over your life. But remember,
again, what all I'm hearing, guys, is a situation where you have someone who is afraid of a relationship. So she's labeling everybody as, oh, they want to gain territory. They want to do this. They want to do that. It's a fear of a relationship. That's what I'm hearing, guys. I'm seeing this all too often, and I talk about this in my videos all the time, and for whatever reason, it's like nobody's paying attention to this, guys. That's what I'm hearing here. Listen.
It's not even the person, it's a spirit.
Now she said it's not the person, it's a spirit. So now we're not even dealing with the person anymore. Now we're dealing with spirits. Guys, we cannot be listening to this type of stuff and not take accountability. When we have situations and circumstances like this, we gotta look deeper and say, wait a minute, why am I dealing with this? Especially if you're the type of person that every other minute you get involved with somebody that's no good. Nah, man, something's wrong with that picture. Let's go.
Demon can do those types of things. And usually that demon comes into their life because of a wound. One of them.
Now she said that a demon came into the narcissist's life. Now I want you guys to think about this, man. This really sounds crazy when you think about it, because now we're dealing with demons coming in people's lives. People are literally entertaining demons. Why are demons in this person's life and you are attracting that person? Because that's who you attract, right? You're attracting demons. And this is why I keep saying, man, you got to watch who you deal with, because a lot of people, y'all be out here living your life and you attract people that in most cases are no good. And what it says is these are things you struggle with. And if you're not careful, you may end up bringing that to somebody else, guys. You have to be mindful of that. A lot of people don't be thinking about these things, but people struggle with stuff and they don't realize that they need to get an understanding on what they're causing in their own personal life. Let's go.
Main reasons is because of insecurity, because they want to feel powerful, they want to feel in control, and then it becomes a monster, and then that demon takes control, and then she
said they want control, they want this, they want that. Ladies, are you the head of the relationship or the man? The man is the head, right? Okay, so if a man is the head, he's in control. Ladies, if you're intimate with a man, do you want the man to take control, or do you want the man to let you take control? You see my point? So I think what we hear in here, guys, and I've seen this in many videos, many situations, women don't want to give up their role of being in control. So when they get with a man, they want control, and they don't feel comfortable letting a man lead. That's what I'm hearing, guys. And again, they'll write you off as a man as a narcissist.
Start to try to tear everybody around them down. You can never convince a narcissist that they are a narcissist. There's no possible.
You can't tell somebody they're a narcissist because that's what you want to tell them. Again, a narcissist can only be a narcissist when they have been evaluated by a medical professional. You just can't just say somebody's a narcissist because that's what you feel, because you don't like how they're treating you. That doesn't make any sense, guys. We can't do that.
Way, because they don't want to believe that they are capable of doing wrong, but they're skilled at showing you your flaws. But the reason why God allows the narcissist to come into your life is because
she said the reason
He will allow you to have what you're seeking for. So
she said the reason why God will allow the narcissist to come in your life is so that you can get what you've been seeking for. But you said God will not bring you a narcissist.
You realize that you cannot do it no more and that you want it God's way. God will never
Guys, leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think of the video. I'll catch you later on with more. It looked like it's about to rain, so I'm gonna get out of this park. I didn't really come to work out. I just came to pretty much do a quick video real fast, and that's about it. But yeah, man, this stuff is really, really interesting. And again, it's nothing personal to the lady or anything like that, because women take everything personal when you react. And this is one of the biggest reasons why a lot of men and women are incapable of really coming together and doing anything. It's because of the fact that we have differences of opinions. We do this, we do that, and it's like nobody don't really take the time to consider, you know, what we got to do. We don't hear different sides. We don't hear anything. So I'm gonna get up on out of here, guys. Leave your comments, feedback. Let me know what you think of the video, right? Rate, comment, and subscribe. I'm out. Peace.